Welcome to another coding interview problem breakdown. Today, we are tackling the Russian doll envelopes problem. This is a classic challenge often seen in technical interviews that tests your understanding of sorting and dynamic programming, specifically the longest increasing subsequence. Let's define the problem clearly. You are given a 2D array of integers where each element represents an envelope with a specific width and height. The goal is to determine the maximum number of envelopes you can Russian doll, meaning nesting them one inside another. An envelope can only fit into another if both its width and height are strictly greater than the inner envelope's dimensions. Here is a visual example to help you understand. Suppose we have 4 envelopes. We want to find the longest chain. We can put the 2 by 3 envelope inside the 5 by 4 envelope. That 5 by 4 envelope can then go inside the 6 by 7 envelope. However, notice that the 6 by 4 envelope cannot fit inside the 6 by 7 one because their widths are equal. The requirement is strictly greater. This problem is tricky because we have 2 dimensions to manage, width and height. A simple sort by area does not work. We need a strategy to simplify the constraints. If we can fix one dimension, say the width, by sorting it, we effectively reduce the problem to finding a sequence where the second dimension, the height, is increasing. So, the first part of our strategy is to sort the envelopes based on width in ascending order. By doing this, we guarantee that for any envelope later in the list, its width is greater than or equal to the previous ones. This allows us to ignore the width constraint for a moment and focus solely on finding an increasing sequence of heights. But wait, there is a catch. What happens when 2 envelopes have the same width? If we just look for increasing heights, we might mistakenly try to nest an envelope of size 6 by 4 into one of size 6 by 7. This is invalid because the widths are identical. To prevent this, we use a clever trick. If widths are equal, we sort the heights in descending order. Here is the final sorting rule you need to remember. First, sort by width in ascending order, from low to high. Second, for any envelopes that share the same width, sort them by height in descending order, from high to low. This specific order is crucial for the algorithm to work correctly. Let's see how this transformation works. We take our raw input and apply our custom sort. Notice how the envelope 6-7 comes before 6-4. Now, we extract just the heights. We get a list 3, 4, 7, 4. The problem has now changed from a complicated 2D nesting problem to a standard 1D longest increasing subsequence problem on this height array. Now we simply find the longest increasing subsequence, or LIS, of the height array. In our example, the sequence 3, 4, 7 is increasing. Because we sorted the widths ascendingly and handled the equal widths by reversing the heights, any increasing subsequence of heights automatically corresponds to valid nesting of envelopes. Let's discuss efficiency. The sorting step takes O of n log n time. The longest increasing subsequence can also be solved in O of n log n using a binary search approach, often called patient sorting. Therefore, the total time complexity is O of n log, and the space complexity is O of n to store the array for the LIS calculation. Here is the Python code structure. We define a function maxEnvelopes. We sort the envelopes using a lambda function that sorts by width ascending and height descending. Then we extract the heights list. Finally, we return the length of the longest increasing subsequence of that heights list. It is an elegant and efficient solution. To summarize, we transformed a 2D problem into a 1D problem. We sorted widths in ascending order and heights in descending order to handle edge cases. Then, we simply applied the standard longest increasing subsequence algorithm on the heights. This guarantees the maximum number of nested Russian doll envelopes.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.